Hello, hi everyone, and good evening. Welcome to our team call. And tonight, our friend and one of the leaders, Roxanne Piche, will be sharing with us what she is doing actually since January, and that consistent work started to bring really amazing fruits. Then, Roxanne, it's yours. Thank you.
Thanks, Rika. So I've been involved in this 80 Conversations group here. Started in Saskatchewan. We've got, teams are bringing their teams in. But it was, honestly, it was one of the best things I've ever done. And I would really recommend, people do an 80 Conversation challenge. Because what it did was it forced me to get out of my comfort zone. I got good at inviting. I got good at having conversations. And I lost I lost all the things that were holding me back, but I gained a ton of confidence, which was awesome. And one of the biggest things is I totally not attached to the outcome of a conversation. And I let people know that, and it's like, well, whatever you decide, it's great talking to you. If you decide this is for you, that's great. We can continue on the conversation. If not, that's fine too. And, they're like, oh, it's funny how they're kind of concerned that you kind of care, but kind of don't care a little bit. But anyways, I was, I've been consistent now doing it, and I've gotten, new customer, 5 new each new month. I just signed up a new rep from it, someone that I met on LinkedIn, never knew him, didn't know who he was. Yeah, he's all stoked, so it's all good, except he's in Australia and I got to figure out the time changes, and that's kind of blowing my brain a little bit, but that's okay. But it was that consistent thing, and Teamzy really shows you where you have to be and what you have to be doing every day based on the amount of the dollar value that you want to be earning. So when you look at your dashboard, and I do explain this a little bit, it tells you how many conversations you have to have, how many new people you have to talk to every day, how many connections you have to make with customers, how many, are you following up with your reps, that kind of thing. And once those numbers go down to 0, then you're good. You've done your day. You've done your day, which is excellent. But I'll tell you, I would never be able to do this 80 Conversation challenge doing it on paper. There's no way. It would just, I would be like, crazy person. So it's incredibly organized. It's like having your own personal assistant was what it is, really. And I'm using the tags. Tagging the people is one of the best things you'll do, is to tag someone. I've got 80 conversations. I've got them by city. I've got them by events. So are they local people? What city are they in? But then it really helps me narrow down especially when I'm doing inviting to events, because then all I have to do is just click that tag and it will pop up every single person in that city that I can invite to an event. Or everyone that I've been talking to in my 80 conversations. And you can adjust move them up the scale, like 1 to 5, as they kind of get more interested. So, that's been really good too. So I would really, encourage everybody, it's tax deductible. I would absolutely do it. I would absolutely do it and encourage everybody. And I would really encourage people who are just coming into the business, this is what I'm going to do with my new rep, is just say, I want you to build your skills. You want to make, good money. You got to build your skills. You got to do it fast. You got to get into an 80 Conversation game, because that's where you're going to build your skills. You're going to build your confidence really, really quick. And you're going to be able to have those conversations and walk away from them and not let them bug you. So that's my take on Teamzy. Yeah.
Okay, Roxy, can I have a question?
Yeah.
Can you talk, thank you so much for sharing about Teamzy. And Roxanne did actually amazing 15 minutes video training, which is posted on our team Facebook group about the Teamzy. Then you don't have to repeat it here. It's already done. Everybody can watch it on their time. What I found with the Teamzy biggest challenge is actually upload all these files. Then if you are not really techy, that might be the biggest challenge. But from my own experience, Teamzy has really amazing support. Just send them an email or ask for help. They will get back to you. They will guide you through it.
And there's videos.
And there are videos about it.
There's videos to tell you exactly how to do everything. You know, that's what I did. That's all I did. I just watched the video. I wrote down the steps that they said. And then I went and did that. And it worked like a charm. Like there was no problem whatsoever. And I did that from my LinkedIn. I did it from my Facebook. I did it from my Juice Plus office. So I was able to upload all my, it was just no problem. The videos are really good. I really highly recommend go there first, watch the videos, take your notes, and then start using the platform.
Yeah, they are really very explainable. Like if you get a little bit Teamzy University if you watch all these videos. And and you will be getting emails with all updates. I know some people, they are now doing boot camp, and then that is happening now. But I think before you jump in the boot camps, watch all these videos, because he really educates almost on everything already. Yeah.
And there is a thing there, Rekha, that you can do. I can't, well, I could do it. I could do it with Chelsea, because Chelsea is you know, going to be doing, I think she's going to be joining us in the 80 Conversations. We have to have a little talk about that. But your upline, if you go into if you go into Team Report, is where your upline can link, you can be invited by your upline to link your page, so that you can see what all my stats and what I'm doing, and you can encourage me. It's like, hey, you know what, you didn't finish your 5, like you got to get your 5 conversations done. You know,
I didn't know that.
So it's really that encouragement and that support from the upline even in there. I can't see yours, but you can see mine.
Okay. That's really awesome. I didn't know about that feature. Then where do you find it? Like it's on the menu?
That's just on the left-hand side where it says like help and university and like that kind of stuff on the left-hand side. Yeah. And it says the upline will invite you, and then you can link kind of your pages.
Okay. Doug, do you want to invite me?
I can when I get going.
Oh, you're a newbie.
No, I mean, I will just chime in that, you know, back in the day, we played the, you know, 50 we asked the question 50 times a week. Oh, 50 times a week? Maybe it's a month. I can't remember. But you had to have enough conversations or reach outs so that you can ask the question, you know, would you like to know more? Yes or no? And so we did that, and you know, we bought lists. So you had this like endless list of people and phone numbers that you were just dialing for dollars, whereas like Teamzy is much more organized. And I will just say that it is the best it's the best investment of your money. You know, like, I don't know, what is it in Canada?
$27.
Yeah. Okay. So for less than $1 a day, you can hire like one of the most efficient, like organized secretaries you could ever find.
Yeah.
And, you know, as you do get, you know, it's like, it's hard to be the chief cook and bottle washer. If you're not really organized, you know, I mean, Juice Plus is simple. It's not always easy, but if you're not that organized, you almost need Teamzy. And I always wish that, you know, I knew how to have a data management system, you know, when I had those shoe boxes full of names and numbers.
Yeah.
So you know, and yes, Radka, I'm kind of doing it with Mitra, if you will. I mean, I'm not doing it on my own, for different reasons, but yeah, I'd be more than happy to kind of encourage you. I don't know, when you said, Roxanne, you said for a new person, oh yeah, and you could invite your upline and they could say, hey, you didn't do what you said you were going to do. And I was like, oh, is that encouraging?
Well, yeah. If you're in the game, you know what, it's, you know, you got to have the accountability, right?
Right. No, and it's true. It's like, you know, Roxanne 1, Roxanne 2.
Yeah.
Like you made the promise to yourself. You didn't make it to anyone else.
No. Yeah, exactly.
So,
and that's, I mean, and if, you know, on your dashboard, you decide the financial goal that you want to make, it tells you how many conversations. And it's like, you're not going to get there if you don't finish that board.
Yeah. No, I just think, I like what Radka mentioned is that, without doing, I think the boot camp is a great idea, because then you're really vested. But for a new person, if you're kind of a little intimidated, I mean, if you're not from a business background and Teamzy, for some people, they're like, oh, it just makes me wrong. Like, they set a financial goal, it told them what to do, and then they're just like, wow, I'm never ahead of the game. I'm always behind. So I just, not like that's a demotivator for people, but just to let them know, hey, this is just your promise to yourself. Yeah. Like, if you're disappointed that you're never achieving the goal, then lower the number that you want to achieve, and don't have Teamzy tell you that, wow, you're just never doing what you said you're going to do.
Yeah. Start off with the goal that you want to have in mind, and then adjust it as you go. It's true. It's true.
But I will just, like, I just want to acknowledge you for the consistency of effort. 4 conversations a day. It's easy to do. It's easy not to do. Yeah. And then you've got Teamzy to manage it. But, I just want to acknowledge you as someone who has really, I mean, the growth that I've seen take place in you, just having been in this business and sort of have to kind of, keep regrouping. I don't know if start over is a word, but you've had to kind of reinvent yourself, and I've never seen you like, oh, I'm not going to do this anymore. You're so committed. So I just want to, from a leadership perspective, the people that are making this thing crank, not everybody, but a lot of them are using Teamzy, and I'm just really, congratulations for, kind of leading the way and being the shiningest example for your team to follow in terms of, hey, this is what I'm doing to get 5 customers. And we all know that, from me, it's like retail. One of the strategies is retail to recruit. The more raving fans you have, the easier it is to find somebody who says, I want to do this with you. This is really fun. So well done.
We've got such great tools, we really do. We have the best tools to have these conversations with people. We've got recorded videos we can send them. Like, it's just the technology we have now is just so great and so terrific. And that's what has really been helping, because, we've been using on the Saskatchewan 80 Conversations, we've been using the Synergy verbiage and some of the things that they've been saying and all that kind of stuff. And I tweak it a little bit, got to make it myself. But I'll tell you something, it's brilliant.
Yeah. And did you get my acknowledgement?
Pardon me?
Did you get my acknowledgement?
Yes.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure.
Yes. Yeah. But it's all good. And I just love those girls, and I think they're great, and I think we should all be using it. And if we're not, if we're good conversationalists, but if you're not and you need that little push and then that little encouragement, it's great to have a script, and then you can make it your own, because it does need to sound like you. But I've been using that one, especially the dream team verbiage, inviting people to your business. Brilliant people. Like, I've had lots of no's, but I've had lots of people, like, literally. So I signed up my first new rep, and I'm in conversations with at least 8 other people right now
about business.
2 of them very serious. 8 are just still kind of floating around there a little bit, still touching base and all that kind of stuff. But that dream team verbiage is like, it's brilliant. It's brilliant. I like, she says, don't change a word, and I didn't. And people are coming back and saying, yeah, what are you doing? Like, what is this business? And then it gets you in that conversation, and it just goes from there.
Where is that dream team verbiage?
It should be on our Facebook group.
It is under files. Yeah. It's there.
Team Synergy. It says Dream Team Verbiage. It says Dream Team Verbiage, and then it's also the follow-up system.
Okay.
Is to follow up with people, because that's the biggest thing too. That's really hard. It's you have to have those steps, and once you have something that you can say, and it's really brilliant. It's casual. It's relaxed. And, you know, they put in a lot of words like, you know, hey, just checking in with you. I don't know if you had a chance to look at it. If not, you know, I know life gets busy. You know, I'll check back with you in a day if I don't hear from you before then. So, you know, you're letting them know that, you know, like you're in this conversation, you're giving them some time, you know, they need to get back to you, but it's great. Yeah. Use it. I think everybody should use it.
And Roxy, then, for example, if somebody asks you, okay, I'm interested what you do you send them video, or you go and check who they are all about on the Facebook? And
I've already checked them out on Facebook
before you even send it to them.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Like I make that connection. I'll just make a comment on someone. It's like they say, you know, like reach out to somebody, just go on their Facebook page or where you're finding people and just like their photo, right? Like a photo, like usually like what, I forget what her name, she's from Australia. She says, you go to their headshot, like on their top banner, and just like that. And, you know, and then you can shoot them a message and just say, hey, you know what, I just came across your profile, really love the picture of you, you know, out in nature or on the board or whatever you're doing or walking your dog, and, you know, just really, really love it. And just send it a really simple message and like the picture. And then they'll come back at you. And, hey, thanks for, you know, blah, blah. And then that's where you start the conversation.
And now they will be starting to show up in your feed because you.
Well, then you ask, hey, I'd love to continue, love to stay connected with you here on Facebook. You know, I friended you. Please accept my friend request, and they will, because now you have interaction, you have connection. You know, I'm adding to since January, I add 3 new people every single day to my list. So that's a lot of people. And I'm connecting with these people. I'm just liking, making very simple comments. And I'm going through people as, you know, my 5 stars are the people that I'm in really deep conversations with about business. Then there's my 4 stars. They're maybe brand new customers, people that I'm kind of looking at, putting on with the dream team. I'm going back in and I'm, you know, still having conversations with them. And then as I'm moving people over, you know, I bring other people up, but I'm still kind of, you know, and you can set reminders to reach out to people, like, oh, reconnect in 3 weeks, reconnect in a month, reconnect in 2 months, like whatever. So those people will come up in your feed. But
in the Teamzy.
In Teamzy, yeah, they'll come up in your feed. Or you can get rid of people too, like, you know, some people who are, you know, like far off sidelines and stuff. I don't need them in my Teamzy. You know, they're just taking up space for somebody else. So, yeah.
And it's something in Teamzy too, like because when you will be uploading your Facebook contacts, you will have a lot of reps, then get rid of them. You know, that it's
no, you want to still have your reps.
No, I don't mean your reps. I mean
sideline reps.
Sidelines reps.
Yeah, get rid of them. Yeah. You know, obviously keep your team, but you know, anyone else that's in Juice Plus, like you don't need to have those people in that list, because that's not what Teamzy is about. Teamzy is about helping you be organized and build your business and build your conversations. That's what it's there for. Yeah.
Excellent.
Any other question? No, it's all good. Okay.
Barbara, you started with Teamzy, did you? Oh, she's muted.
Yeah, so I started with Teamzy about a month ago, actually. Yeah, March, April. It's pretty good. I mean, it definitely keeps you, you know, you have nobody really to respond to but Teamzy, and you can track your own progress. You know, it's what you put in. It's on a weekly basis. It gives you the percentage of how much you have achieved and what you have scored. So it keeps that accountability. And you just got to, like Roxanne is saying, you just have to reach out and reconnect. And sometimes there are those people that come up that you don't really maybe have anything in common for, or you haven't spoken to for a long time, but just, yeah, reconnect. It's just wishing somebody a good day and
Yeah.
putting a smile on their face as he says it.
Yeah. I was talking to Rebecca today on the phone, and I said, I saw this girl's name pop up, and I was like, man, it's been forever since I talked to her. Looked back in my old Facebook messages, 3 years. 3 years I hadn't talked to her. So I just shot her a really quick Facebook message. Hey, how are you? Oh my gosh, it's been so long. We haven't caught up. Like, where are you? Like, where are you in the world right now? Because last time she's going to go traveling, doing this, that, and the other thing. And then she got right back to me. She said, like, oh, Roxanne, blah, blah, blah. I haven't talked to you forever. And I'm in Victoria and I'm going to school and yada, yada, yada. And my health isn't great. And right away, I invited her to Radka's event on Thursday. She's going to go. She's all excited. It's like, it's people pop up in your lives. And it's just, just do it, connect, keep the connection, no matter how small or tiny. If they know who you are and what you're doing, they'll always have that, oh yeah, she's doing that plant powder stuff,
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's something I should try or look at more than, so.
Awesome. And it is again that law of attraction, right? Because with your energy, you are bringing energy. Like today, that physician which came to the presentation in March, it's ordering Juice Plus, right? Like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Out of the blue, phone me up again.
Yeah.
Another person like, yeah, I was there, and I said, yeah, it's great. And he's like, yeah, I've looked it over, looked at the research, loved the presentation, it was great. And he says, how fast can I get it? And I said, well, why? And he goes, well, I'm going to South Africa on Thursday. I said, I don't think it's going to come that fast. It could, but so no, but he's all excited. He says, okay, when I get back, you call me. I'll be back on this day. You call me, and then I'll order it. So yeah.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
And yeah, then Roxy, can you a little bit more mention who is in that 80 conversation? It's that Facebook group. Who is already in?
In it is basically the whole Saskatchewan team. So Teresa Fisher, myself, Joan Johns, Tara Cott. I mean, it's just, you guys don't know who these people are, but basically Teresa Fisher is the one who's running it. And so we did the first 3 months, January, February, March, and April was when we were, every day you're posting what you're doing inside the Facebook group. So it's like, yes, I'm reaching out. This is what I'm doing. And you go there for advice too. It's been the most wonderful support. And it's like, now I've created this other sisterhood that is kind of over here. And we're all so excited and really supporting each other and helping each other and giving, it's been absolutely wonderful. But I'll tell you, if I didn't have that support group, I don't think I would have been as good at what I'm doing right now, because it made me, it was that real personal accountability. Teamzy, you're accountable too, but it's a computer system, right? But it didn't have that human touch. And when you have that human touch, that support, that really pushed me, really, really pushed me.
Then Roxanne,
plus there was cash prizes.
Then Roxanne, do you have buddy? You can find a buddy, right?
Yeah, I have a buddy. Yeah, I have a buddy, and we talk to each other and we support each other, encourage and bounce ideas off each other. And it's just been a really great group to be in. And now we've kind of phased out a little bit. Now instead of doing, so it was 80 conversations every month for January, February, March, April. And now May we're going into, now we've got this 20 new people for the month of May that you want. It's just strictly a business conversation.
Okay.
That's it. So you're going to focus on 20 people, new people, and you're going to really focus on having these business conversations with people.
And anybody can join from our team, because when I was in March in Saskatchewan, I talked to Teresa and she said, absolutely, everybody, it's welcome.
Yeah.
And actually head office, it's giving her the prices, because they have different prices from the Juice Plus promotions, then it's really wonderful. Everybody can get in. Then if you are interested, just please let me know, and I will post the link to the Facebook group in our team. Then you have to be clicking around and finding it out.
Yeah. Like right now, we're not doing any more draws. We're not doing any buy-ins because it was a $25 buy-in. But you know, we're doing this right until conference.
October.
Yeah, we're doing this right until conference, and then I think what we're going to do is we're going to start again another one, because we've got such good momentum going, and now there's so many people that are dreaming and thinking bigger and really want to go for, you know, move into and go for national marketing director. So if we stop that momentum, and if Teresa doesn't want to lead it, then we'll find someone else who will lead it, or I'll lead it, or whatever, but we'll find someone else who wants to lead it, and we'll just continue going, because I think it's just been brilliant. I mean, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work, but I'll tell you, the skill sets you learn along the way are fantastic.
Hey, just life is a lot of work.
Well, yeah.
And what I just wanted to, you said, you mentioned the word systems, and I just, like, I can't emphasize enough that, like, you know, I think, you know, yeah, part of your success is like you've created a system that works for you.
Yeah.
And so for all of us, I mean, if you want to get serious about this business, you have to create systems that don't require, you know, one-on-one interactions all the time. You know, you can systematize it so people can sort themselves and they can figure out if they are or they aren't. And if they're not going to follow the system, you know, or at least, like you said, Roxanne, be able to tweak it so that at least it's you. Okay, I've got the fundamentals, but I got to make it me. Then you're probably never going to achieve what it is that you want to achieve in this business, because it's just, you know, everybody who is successful in the world has done it because they've created systems.
Yeah, exactly it. Exactly it.
Thank you so much. Then we are already on the time at 7:30, and Roxanne, thank you so much for sharing. It is really very encouraging, and it's wonderful, like you are seeing the fruits of the work, and that it's always the best thing to do. And thank you so much for Doug jumping on the call. It's wonderful to see you and see everybody. We appreciate if you do a lot, if you do little, we appreciate absolutely everybody on our team. And I really want to encourage you, where you started to work now, your Teamzy started to make one tag specifically for the Parksville event, for the Nicole Scott evening on the 31st on the 30th in Vancouver, 31st in Parksville, and on the 1st of June, the regional. It will be brilliant. It will be fast and simple. It's from the 9 to 1 regional. And after we have social and potluck lunch, then again, started to really make that the priority, and really let's show the Juice Plus Canada we are growing here on Vancouver Island. We can still keep these events on the island. That is very important, okay? Then again, thank you so much. I wish you the successful week, and you know, consistency is the key of our success. We all know it. Then let's keep it good, right? I like that. Again, thank you so much for being on the call, and I will stop recording